All right. The first questions are about z-scores. You will need a z-score sheet if you don't have one in front of you. There's one sitting on my desk. I'm not going to do the exact problem that is here. I'll do another one, but the z-score equals data minus x bar over standard deviation. All right. And the first kind of problem will simply be to find the z-score. And folks, that's easy given the formula. If I will just make one up here, give you that the mean is 35, and let me see, standard deviation is 8. Let's see, and your data is 39, or that too. Pretty easy. Your z-score equals the data, which is 39, minus the x bar, which is 35, over the standard deviation, which is 8, which is 4/8, or you could make it 0.5. All right. If the question would say what percentile is that, if it would say what percentile is that, take out that sheet and look for 0.50, and it would be the 0.6915, or rounded about to the 69th percentile. Say, I get it. All right. So,
Wait, never mind.
okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, first kind of problem. Smile, 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 smile. It's almost spring break. Yay. All right, the next kind of z-score problem is following. It says, what data, and this is might be, Gabby, like the question you asked. This one might, what data score would you need? So the question will be something like, what data score will you need? All right. I'm going to tell you that the z-score is 1.8. The mean equals 643. And the standard deviation equals 50. All right, you're taking like some kind of job placement test. All right. And you, good morning. And let's see, what data score would you need? And you want, let's see, the following. So the formula again is z-score equals the data minus the mean over the standard deviation. We should know three of the 4 parts under the z-score. This might be the one you did, Gabby. 1.8, the data, I don't know, let's give it x, minus the x bar, which is 643, over the standard deviation of 50. And then, good morning. You know what we had fun saying? Like there's no Nick, no. Okay, but now there's yes, Nick, no. All right. Hey, does this, forget about statistics, does this just become algebra 1? Just becomes algebra 1, just like that. Take both sides times 50. Both sides times 50. Gabby, was this actually the one you had?
I think so.
Good. 1.8 times 50. 90. Add 643 to both sides. So whatever kind of test that would be, you would need a score of 733 on whatever that. And by the way, what percentile would have that been? Let's look at 1.8. What percentile would have you needed that been at? The
0.964.
about the 96.4th percentile. Say yep. Cool, cool, cool. All right, all right, all right. Let's go to the next one. The next kind of problem. All right, you've got some kind of job placement score, a job placement test. And let's go with this, test. Test, just called test A, has a mean score of 300 and a standard deviation of 50. The test, which is just called test letter B, has an X bar of 28 and a standard deviation of 2. All right, here we go. Let's see, U score on test A, you score a 317. What is your percentile? That would say how you would compare to the other people trying to get this job. You would do your z-score. The z-score equals your score 317 minus the mean 300 over 50. Your z-score is 0.34. The question is asking for the percentile.
T-Club, Science Circle, Ignite, and Red Cross Club, please report to main gym.
Okay, now that is so cool. I mean, that sounds like they are in outer space, from a spaceship doing that. 0.34 is about the 63.3 percentile. Say yep. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Let's see. Do I need to start a new recording? Not yet. Okay, let's do a weighted average. 70% of your job placement score is from test A. 30% of your test score is from test B. On test A, you get a 290. On test B, you get a 31. Okay, so you take two tests, and now they're going to weight them. Your test score from A will be 70% of how they're going to judge you if they're going to hire you for a job. So I need two z-scores. If I do ZA, that's going to help keep me straight, is 290 minus 300 over 50, and that 300, so that'd be negative 10 over 50. Your z-score is negative 0.2. Your z-score on B is you got a 31. 28 was the mean over 2, which is 3 over 2, which is 1.5. Now, before we go to the sheet, test A is weighted at 70%. So take this times 70%. This is weighted at 30%. Take that times 30%. All right, I'm going to do that. Maybe you're doing it too, maybe you're not. That's a negative 0.2. And I get a Z average of 0.31. Did I do that right? No one else is doing it? 0.31 would put you at the 0.6217. You're at the 62nd percentile. So you would get hired before a lot of people, but a few people, yes.
So you subtract like both results that you get?
So take that result, add it to that result, and then you go to your sheet. All right, let me start a second.